Welcome, welcome, welcome to your Holding Back the Years membership portal. And I just wanted to show you around a little bit so that you knew what you were doing, or knew what you were getting into if you were thinking about it. So here are the main sections that we've got. Your homepage, on there we've got the reasons that we do all the different exercises, the different types of exercises, how your menstrual cycle affects what you should be doing, and what your ideal workout schedule should look like in an ideal world if you've got the time. So that's what we're aiming for, but if you don't manage it, that's absolutely fine. So the first page that we want to look at is the live class recordings. Now I do 3 classes a week. Well, I actually do 4, but the Tuesday morning and evening sessions are the same. And then each time I run a session, then I load it up onto here. And if we just have a look, to give you an example here, I tell you what equipment you need if you're doing it in at a later stage. And then I tell you what sort of thing we did in the information and what date it was filmed. So how most people do it is if they miss a session, then they go back and do it at a later date, and that's absolutely fine. Or some people just do it whenever they feel like it. So just roughly speaking, Tuesdays we sort of do a mixture of things. We do some resistance training, we do circuits, boxing, HIIT training. Thursdays it's a little bit more high intensity, so we do things like burpees. Probably only really appear in on a Thursday. Bit more jumpy aroundy, so people who have got bad knees and things like that tend to not necessarily come on Thursdays, but I can definitely give alternatives. And then Saturdays, our classes are all about pelvic floor core work, but we do fitness, and we get sweaty, and it's all about just keeping our bodies nice and strong but in control. And that's actually the Holistic Core Restore heat classes that I run on a Saturday. So just going back up, I then give you a monthly resistance training plan. So this is about just having something that's going to make your body ache. Okay, so you've got a plan for each month that we've been through, so you can work through. You can either do a different one each month, or you can do follow through. Each one's designed to be for a month's worth of essentially like personal training, but without me actually seeing you. And here, if you click on these links, they will download, bring up a actual plan that you print off and fill in as you go through the month and go through the plans. So people who do that tend to get really nice, good results. You get the nice ache on the muscles. It's because the classes tend to be a little bit more cardio and just, yeah, more energetic, because I find that people do find it harder to get a sweat on their own rather than with me. But yeah, so resistance training plans are brilliant for just doing on your own, and also sometimes you just don't feel like doing something that's really energetic, so those are more about just toning the muscles and really getting that ache going on. I've also got a page for short metabolic challenges. Now, what I've discovered is nobody really does these, if I'm honest. But you can, there's some short challenges there for you. If you really have just short of time and you want to get a little bit of a workout going on, get in there, get them done, and you can get a really good 10-minute challenge in there. And then finally, this page is really important. It's the relaxation, mobility and meditation page. Now we've got quite a few things on here. We've got some meditations. I'm definitely going to add to those soon in this year. Then lots of sort of generally really nice movement, relaxation, just releases of this with the spine here, of different releases of the whole body, and these are really important for hormonal balance. We just want to get everyone feeling good, so they're all of differing lengths, so you do whatever you've got time for, just whatever part of the body you want to focus on. And then we've got, that's just normal stretching there. Then we've got some mobility workouts. Now these are mobility and strengthening. So if people have got issues, might like these. Certainly they work through the motion of the joints really carefully. and just get that nice movement going. But then they work on strengthening as well, which is really critical. And then at the bottom here, I've got Yoga with Emily. So Emily is a yoga teacher friend of mine, and she's kindly done us some videos of differing lengths. So these ones are all sort of wake up morning, get your body going kind of yoga. And then she's just in the process of doing some sleepy kind of relaxation, restorative yoga as well. So that's just coming soon. Other pages that people might want to consider. We've got 21-day reset. Now that is an additional cost, but it's just a one-off cost, and then you get to join in forevermore. And that is an amazing diet that makes you feel absolutely amazing. But we do it as a group because that really helps everyone just stay with it and keep focused, and you learn so much about your body when you're on it. Your hormones get balanced. Your gut feels better. You're just generally just going to feel so clean and light. Loads of people lose tons of weight on it, but also it's just about resetting those bad behaviours where we all just get in those behaviours where we just pick up things, we eat them just as we're passing them, we snack all the time, and it's not about just being really restrictive. It's about learning how amazing your body feels when you take those things that you think of being a real treat for you, when you take them out of your diet. It's amazing how good you feel and how light and clean, and just how the rest of your life sort of fits into place. And then the final one is the education bites. Now, each week I put some information on Facebook, and what I realised is not everybody's on Facebook. So I wanted to make sure that any of the posts that I was doing were making their way onto the people who were not actually on Facebook or any other social media. So here's for an example, hormones and balance. So click on the hormone section, then we've got a little section on each of the hormones, and you can learn a little bit. It's not going to be tons of information, but it just gives you a background on each of the hormones and what you should be looking for as a woman in your midlife, and so really it's just to give you some information on everything. So we've got lots of different sections, movement and exercise. Anyway, all these different sections, and generally I'm just adding to all of these. So each time I log a post on Facebook, then I'm logging in here as well, so that then you can go back and find these snippets of information, and when you remember that you want to learn something about, or you recognize something's happening in your body, you can go back and learn about that as well. And that's it really. So the whole purpose of the membership is just to really thrive as you get into that midlife stage, and not just sort of go, oh, I've got a bit older, and that means I can't do this, I can't do that. Actually, you can do it if you put a bit of effort in. You can do everything. If you just look after your body, you can do everything. You're going to have a really strong, absolutely amazing body that can do anything. And you can do the same things that you did in your 20s if you look after yourself. But you have to look after yourself. You cannot just think that you're going to be okay. You're not going to be okay. You have to eat the right foods. You have to do the right exercise. And you have to live the right lifestyle. And yes, you're allowed nights off. You're allowed time off, but not all the time. It's about doing what you know you should be doing, and just making you accountable for that, and giving you the tools and the ability to do everything that you need to do. And we can do it all together and become beautiful, strong, wonderful and happy women who really are capable of doing anything.